This is power boats. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, this is power boats. You can see some of the oil in the water here, but it stretches for miles and miles. It stretches out. The whole area is shining with. You see the oil all here. Look at oil. Look at oil. Look at it. Look at it. The whole sea is covered in oil down here. Look at it. Look at that. Stretching out oil. Stretching out. And all the companies are here doing business as usual. And the EMA, as usual, sleeping on themselves. I'm here with Sharky. And we are going to investigate globs of oil, Gaspery Island. We just left power boats. It's covered in oil. This oil has been driving through it all now. Globs and globs of oil. Of course, the EMA will hold their hands up high. The government will say they're busy with local elections, but people are eating fish, and the fish are affected by these dangerous chemicals. We keep you posted. Very, very sad day. These are residential homes of fisher folk who live down here. What you're about to see is really shocking. Look at oil. This is oil. This is oil. The entire area, that is black, seriously contaminated oil. This is the stuff that causes cancer. Where is the EMA? Sleeping as usual. Where is the government authorities? Where are they? We must respond to these injuries to our fisher folk. But the government has millions and tens of millions of dollars that they're spending. Why are we getting nothing for our money? Seems to be a nice place to live. It's a fishing community down the islands. But look at the water. Look at the oil. Look at the oil. Thick like a cake. Look at that. And no one is being prosecuted. Our consumers have to eat fish coming out of this water. Look at it. Only when you see it can you believe it. My name is Gary Aboud. I'm the Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, and I'm here to expose one type of environmental corruption. That is the corruption that sits back, does nothing, and takes home a fat salary. What is the EMA doing? When you see this, you're going to believe it. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that. Imagine if you were a fish living in this. What would be your life like? Look at it. God help us. Well, this is part of what we found. Look at this. That's not a little bit of oil. That is something really serious. Get me up on the jetty here, Shaki. Get me up on the jetty. Fishing community here. I mean, these are average people. Are we supposed to be responsible for cleaning up this oil? I mean, look at it. Only when you see it can you believe it. Look at that. What is that going to do to our fish? This is very real. Very thick. Very toxic. And it will kill you when you eat fish that have been exposed to it. Look at it. The body doesn't have any weight. Burning my hands. The human body doesn't have any mechanism to remove this. Once it gets into our blood, it gets in. It never leaves. Look at this. Look at this. This is Roger Tardier, a fisherman who lives down the islands. Roger, how you feel about this?
I don't know. They are repaint the boat, all kind of things.
Repaint the boat, but what about the fish? You gonna eat fish?
No, not inside here.
Oh God, not inside here. Not inside here. What are we gonna do? Look at it. Look at that. Look at the contamination. This is very, very real. Look at it. What is Alvin Laborde gonna say? Alvin Laborde gonna say that what? This is a naturally occurring seepage? What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? They're gonna say that we should turn our cheek like the Old Testament and let the offenders continue to destroy our fishery and poison our people? This is just so wrong. help us. God really help us. The question is, can these fish live in that oil? The answer is simply no. Nothing can live in that oil. Again and again, to sit up and stop pretending, to pass laws in Parliament that can cause the culprits to be prosecuted, to have a responsive approach to emergencies rather than pretense and falsehood. People are suffering, and these contaminants will cause cancer. Just check the hospital. Everybody say they don't know why they have so much cancer. Well, one of the reasons has to be contaminating the food source. That is unquestionably a fact. Gary Abood, Diaspora Island, from Monas Island, Chaguaramas.